Okay, I'm guessing the ship's just gonna be chilling out here.
Is that it over there?
No. Buddy? You just had a ship chilling you could have told us about? Cool. Alright. Yeah, I gotta buy some stuff. Just, let's see. Nothing else. Alright. Cool. See you later. So, can I sell stuff? Nice. That's pretty fucking cool. So, Alphen, how'd you get out the ship and wander into the slave den?
Did you remember something?
No.
Ooh, oh.
I have seen this starship before.
Oh, fucking hell. This is not the one over the hill.
This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Does it work? Apparently fucking so.
3 centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
He just leaves. He just leaves us here. He's like, yeah.
I'm amazed it still works at all after all this time.
Rena knows how to build. Yeah, Rena knows how to build their shit.
I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
It's like I miss my family.
But you've helped out so many people too.
Law's right. Rinwell too. You're one of us now. No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
Nearly out of water. Right, so. So how's the ship?
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However, considering how long it's remained inactive, I suspect it will take some time before it's ready for takeoff.
How much time are we talking here?
Starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
That's because you're a child. Oh,
That's true.
how about we use this time to prepare and gather supplies for the trip?
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario before we go.
Got it. Let's head out then.
Let's try not to stay away too long. I'd hate for anything to happen to the place while we're gone.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets. I shall leave it up to you as to how we proceed.
I'll buy medical supplies.
For me.
Pretty cool ship, Alphen. Pretty cool ship you got here. I like how this guy's just like, yeah, I know about this ship. Everyone does. Trade secrets. Alright, cool. We're set up on supplies.
Did we really just spend that much money?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. We'll make it back. Oh, I can't even fucking jump in the pool. Like the pond, the pool. What the fuck we're talking about.
It's funny, isn't it?
What is?
What is?
All this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegis?
The ship's gonna explode.
After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lennigus.
Okay.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dahna.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken. And this is no picnic for me either.
Remember, our aim is to ensure that both Lennigus and the Renan homeworld leave Dahna alone for good. I don't think we'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
Probably not.
The people of Lennigus?
Sure. I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us.
Well, if Alphen's with us, maybe.
Then why can't we?
God.
There are still many of my kind who believe it was right and natural that Rena reigns over Dahna. There are those on Lennigus who have never stepped foot on Dahna. I doubt whether they'd even listen to Dahnans.
Look, none of us want to fight. But these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dahna.
Yep.
What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lennigus. And wherever she is, we should find the Renaissance too.
That's right. If we can take it back, then Shion can finally get rid of her thorns. Shion?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. Something going on with her, but we all know that. Pretty obvious. I think you should all go to sleep now. Oh, Alphen's already asleep. Gonna get a bad neck like me.
Where?
You're at the campfire.
Shion?
Oh, Shion maybe went to lie down. You know, like a normal person. The fuck is... Oh, that's the snow castle, isn't
Where
it?
did Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Well, she's there. She didn't go off. She's not... Oh, useless moron.
Shion. Shion!
Oh, hello. Oh, something.
Thorns? But why?
Don't...
You okay? Just now, it looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
I have no idea. I don't... It looked like her maiden powers... Oh. Oh, this is new.
Stay out of my way.
Oh shit, she's stealing the ship!
Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up.
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up.
What's happening?
I won't let you.
I mean it.
Well,
To
Alphen...
let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
He's gonna walk to her.
Then go ahead and shoot me!
He's an adult, but he sounds like a child. You've woke everyone up. They're all coming. What's wrong, Shion? Okay, this is... Oh, here comes everyone else. Hi. Why were they over there? What were they all doing? That's a completely different direction to where the camp was. Can we just fly away to a new planet and never come back?
By Volron.
I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that,
no matter how often. I just couldn't die.
What? But you're immortal?
So you're immortal?
This is new.
Even...
Yeah, stop talking, Law.
I believe you, Shion.
I'm hesitant.
Tell me how is something like that possible?
My thorns. They're me, but at the same time not.
Okay.
They're part of me. I have no idea why. My thorns will never let me die.
Maybe they don't want to die.
At least not before I'm meant to.
You can't die before your death.
When my thorns free themselves, it will be my death. I've seen it.
Oh, no. Terrible.
Darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape.
Okay.
I want to believe it's all just a bad...
Dokulim looks so bored.
But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait. The whole reason you...
She wants to
To
die.
get rid of your thorns, right?
To die.
If I burn away what's inside, then what will happen to the rest of me?
I don't know. Don't you dare shout.
Either way you look at it, I'm going to die.
We're all gonna die.
If I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans. Chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we've all been fighting to keep on living, you have been with us fighting desperately to die.
Oh, well, you know, everyone's got their own way. Someone wants to die, you can't stop them.
What's the plan? But then I met all of you. And before I knew it, I didn't...
Walk away, Dokulim. She's like, I met all of you and Law.
Don't lose hope yet. We'll find a way to save you.
Okay.
There's still time to.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence.
What's this darkness? What is it? The fawns are...
A suspicion at first. But ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before.
Okay.
It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore.
Well, fuck.
And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself. You planned to find the Rena Alma on your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
That's too much.
Too much, man.
Too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Dahnans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to.
Okay.
Now that I have this.
If the voice acting was better, I might feel something.
I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
No, no, Alphen! God damn it! Stop touching people without consent.
Die. It's no better than being enslaved. How can you endure this?
Yeah, he seems to just be...
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen.
so dramatic.
Fight this.
It's supposed to be sad, but it's so funny. It's terrible. It's
Even if it should mean that it'll be the end of everything else too.
totally. Let's have one big party and just all die. Put on some matching trainers and matching tracksuits and drink some wine.
It's your decision ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
Okay. Can you just jump off that cliff, Alphen?
You won't be alone.
Law.
As well.
No, you're not welcome.
Count me in as well.
You're okay.
I want to be a force for good, not hate.
Even who, I'll take the owl over Law.
And me too.
Definitely, you're
I
in.
meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
Dokkalim has not said a thing.
And I, for one,
Oh.
don't believe this venture is without hope. Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to her thorns.
Oh shit, music.
The nature of which I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns and she'll live?
It's certainly possible, though I suspect the nature of the Sovereign is connected somehow.
So be it. I've already lost everything I had once. And I won't let it happen again.
They could have done like a flashback mission where he's with his family. That would have been maybe added a bit more to it.
No matter what happens from now on, we're right here with you.
Okay, Alphen.
All of us are.
I wasn't doubting it.
You are not alone.
Can we just push him off a cliff and go on our way? I'll play as Law over him.
You guys. You're all so stubborn.
Well, you know, we've been this far.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay.
For right now. In a little while longer. I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all,
Why did they put the music on?
I want to be with all of you.
I'm having to concentrate on the voice over the music.
So let's go. On to Lenegis.
Let's bounce. Let's roll. Let's get the fuck out of here quickly. Let's go before the parking meter goes up anymore. That thing's fucking higher than enough. 300 years. We're not in the fucking ship yet? Oh, I gotta talk to everyone. Fucking wonderful. Let's go talk to Dokkalim.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do her thorns fit in then?
Well, I imagine they must sit at the very center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember. It was the will of Dahna's astral energy come to life.
Doesn't make any sense, but alright.
Thought.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain. Its goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke, that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegis. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think
to find out, won't we?
dwell on it too much for the time being.
Right.
Why is his eyes closed? Okay, well that's one down. Who's next on our list?
How you holding up?
Pretty good.
Me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those thorns again, didn't you?
Oh, that? That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing
Oh.
to save her at the last minute.
Oh, what's happening here?
I'm being serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye.
You never saw me with the
You needed
mask.
that. That's what I mean when I said you saved her. Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them.
All this word about touch.
It robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants. I have my own dreams.
I'm sure you
A
do.
world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her.
No, no.
Done with it.
He's getting angry now. At least he didn't go completely off the rail. Oh god, Law's next, right.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything.
Well, you know, that's just...
I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
because she didn't tell you.
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before.
You were a good friend. She's not dead.
Yeah, I really hope so. I want to be the best I can for her.
Alright.
When you think about it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too.
Yeah, ever since you all started following
I
me.
hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Humanity's been trying that for years. We're doing pretty well right now. Okay. Oh, well, there's Shion. She's last. Let's get through this conversation.
Did you know?
No,
About Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never quite figure out what it was.
You? But you're the one always looking out for her, aren't you?
That's what I thought. But in reality, I didn't understand it all. What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually just driving her into a corner.
Okay.
At least you figured it out in time, though, right?
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going to stop those thorns from taking her. No matter what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone.
Okay,
And I mean
Law.
when I say we, Alvin.
I know.
Don't tell other people about us being friends.
You're the expert on what my dad would say.
I fucking knew he'd bring his dad up.
Tell me off.
I knew your dad for 2 days before he died.
He'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I knew he'd bring up his dad.
Even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we?
Yeah, the dead better get to
All our
rest.
to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point, but I guess I'll think it over more then. That okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Life's just a big ball of stress. It just gets harder and harder, and then you die. I like how that guy's still there. So, Shion.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
It seems like we're worrying about everything these days.
You're not the only one.
COVID, the economy, general bullshit.
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No, he said it so many times.
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
He said it too many times.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Dahnans were not even people to me, and I knew I would always be alone. But in that room with Deadime, when you called me your friend,
Deadime?
just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me.
Who the fuck's Deadime?
Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword, and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day, one time became two, and before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friends.
It's been 2 weeks.
It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people.
Well, that's how you should treat everyone.
Everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. Before then, I never even dreamed I could have that. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Okay.
Shion.
But then I realized I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say,
Can we start the ship
I
up?
finally understood that.
More disgusting sounds out of their mouths. Ugh.
I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now.
Okay.
So I'll fight. For Dahna and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water.
Well, let's hope hell doesn't show
I'll
up.
do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
Alright, let's go.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Dahnans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Good. Alright, we've got information we already knew that was going to happen because he's not leaving her.
Thank you.
He's got a huge boner for her.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Oh, we're zooming out. Oh, we're gonna zoom out. Oh, we're finally getting one.
Everyone well rested?
Yep. Let's get to the ship. Let's take off finally. I want the ship to take off. Ooh, advanced technology. Probably actually really primitive.
Well, it's the moment of truth.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
A name?
Freedom. I don't fucking
I'm not
know.
sure she ever had one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find
Calls
her,
it Shion.
one, right? I was thinking something like,
Fall Knights.
huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
Fall Knights.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
I have to disagree. It sounds stupid.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but, well, it's as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
It's not a good word for a flying ship to call it fall.
2 goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally leave Dahna alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and
Okay.
find a way to save her. Sound good?
I want to take off.
Alright, then let's go.
Take off the ship. Let's fly. If I don't get a cutscene of the ship taking off... Oh, here we are. The ship's clean now? What? Why is it clean? There was something floating. Did anyone just see that? There's a texture floating with the ship. That's pretty cool. The ship should have had all the plants. Oh, that's fucking really cool.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
We're in space.
I mean, just look at it.
We're in
The
space.
whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
And one day all the stars will
Realizing how
die.
small you are, to put everything into perspective.
And the universe will be
Kinda makes
consumed
the
by
differences
nothing.
between the Renans and the Dahnans feel pretty small too, huh?
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be alright with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem
Guys, we're gonna leave it here.
Different.
This is a good spot.
Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Alright, cool. So guys, we're gonna leave it here. We're in the ship, we're in space, we're going to Lenegis. This like that weird I'm guessing that's Lenegis, the space station. The planets, wherever the fuck these people are from. So yeah. Hope you guys liked. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Press the notifications and see what's coming up fucking next. The ship's very clean. I get it could have been cleaned once we went to space, but it was clean before then. Well, see you later. Bye.